Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're gonna be talking about the overlooked ways that we can live healthier, happier lives. And I see lists all the time of like 5 best things you should be doing to improve your immune system, or for gut health, or for like feminine health, or all these things. But I so rarely see what I'm about to talk to you about today. And these things are super simple to implement. You can start implementing them today, the majority of them, at the latest tomorrow. And despite being vegan and despite getting into exercise and just making sure that I'm taking care of myself physically, I keep coming back to these things that I'm about to tell you about today. These are the foundation of a healthy lifestyle. The diet is so important, exercise so important, but also these foundations will help you find balance and help you just be able to maintain all of the healthy things in your life. Now, before I get into these principles of healthy living, make sure you hit the like button. Liking my videos is so helpful for YouTube to recommend my videos to other people. So if you want to support Sweet Potato Soul, the best thing you can do is like and of course subscribe. The first principle for healthy living is to spend more time outdoors. Now, like I said, these are overlooked things. I know we all hear about exercising all the time, but it is so important also to spend time outside. Now, I don't just mean outside working out or, going for runs, whatever. I mean just spending time sitting outside, letting the sunshine hit your skin, getting that vitamin D and fresh air. It's really as simple as that. And this is what you can do all year round. Of course, in the summertime, everyone's outside anyways, but even in the colder months, it is very important to get fresh air and to get sunshine. Now with COVID-19, I for one have learned so much about circulation in the home, in public spaces, and how important that is, how important clean air is. So even if you're not spending time outside, make sure you open your windows, hopefully at least once a day. I know if it's freezing outside, that's really, really hard to do. You've got the heat on inside. So for you, maybe just stepping outside and taking a deep breath of fresh air once a day is all you need. But for those of us like me who live in Los Angeles, open those windows and also spend more time outside. You can work out outside. If you're gonna work out in your house anyway, and it's not too cold, why not take it outside? If it's winter, go ice skating, go for walks, jog outside, just stand outside and take a deep breath. It doesn't have to be that complicated. It doesn't have to be like half your day. It can literally be spending 5 minutes outside. That's really all you need. Now, number 2 is having boundaries in your relationship. You're gonna notice a theme here. Most of these tips seem to have to do mostly with mental health, because mental health is so overlooked. And this is a list of overlooked healthy tips, basically. But mental health affects your physical health and vice versa. Make sure you have boundaries in your relationships. I know for myself, I have lots of friends and family, and I love all of them. But I am very busy. I have a daughter. I'm working more than full time. I just have a lot on my plate. And I often, well, before I had boundaries, I would often get distracted and sort of go down the path of, whatever my friends or my family want me to do. And then when I have to come back to my work or my daughter or my relationships with my husband, I just feel totally off guard. So as far as having boundaries in your relationships, make sure you know your pain points. Make sure you know, like, if this certain person calls you at midnight or even at 7 a.m. when you just woke up, does that trigger you? Does that stress you out? Because if so, maybe you don't want to pick up the phone that day or that time. Also, make sure you hold your space and your time sacred, because nobody else is going to do it for you. When it comes to setting boundaries, you don't necessarily have to tell the other person that you have set a boundary in the relationship. As long as you know it on your end and you can show up for yourself, that really should be enough. Have specific times when you speak to certain people. It's really as easy as that. I mean, whatever works for you. I don't know how to give an example. I could say like, I talk to my family when I'm walking in the neighborhood because I'm out and about, I'm getting fresh air. I'm not preoccupied with my phone or my computer or my emails. I can really devote my time and myself to them. And so it's in those instances that I like to talk on the phone with them. And that's my sort of boundary around all of these things. My third tip is to limit your exposure to the news and to social media, because both of those things, I don't have to tell you how anxiety inducing the news and social media can be. You already know. I'm giving you permission right now to limit your consumption of those things. There are probably people who you follow on social media who you should unfollow. You could also set a timer on your phone. You can download an app to help you limit your time. You can put little reminders on your phone, like you have been on Instagram for how long? Take a step back. Also on Facebook, so I don't really use Facebook for socializing, but I do have to use it for my business. And in order to not get sucked down the deep hole that is Facebook newsfeed, I downloaded a Chrome extension and it's simply called Newsfeed Eradicator, and that is what it does. When you go on Facebook on Chrome, you don't see anything. It's amazing. Well, you do see something. You see a little inspirational quote instead of your entire deep, dark news feed. And lastly, when it comes to the news, I know there's just so much going on in the world today, but how about reading your news rather than watching it on TV or even on Twitter? Just the ticker and the constant, notifications of what is happening in the world, it can be a lot. And my very last thing is to remind you to turn off notifications on your phone. I know for most apps, when you download them, they nudge you. It's a pretty strong nudge to turn on notifications. So if you have any news apps or even not news, like your email, social media, turn off all the notifications, except for my YouTube channel, of course. Okay, before we move on to the next one, make sure if you haven't already to hit the like button. And then we've come to my next point, practice gratitude. When I look at my life, I get emotional talking about this because I am so grateful for where I am in my life right now. And when I look at my life and I look at, where I was, say, 10 years ago, when I first became vegan, or 11 years ago when I first started Sweet Potato Soul in my cooking business, like, I have come so far. So I can give you guys a list of right now of things that are just like not going well in my life, but I do not focus on those things because they don't make me happy. And instead I have chosen over the course of at least a decade to focus on gratitude. And I promise you, Oprah says it all the time, but I promise you that it will change your life. If you take any tips away from this video, that is the most important, for real. Of course, we all know about gratitude journals, and that is a great place to start. You can gratitude journal in the morning when you wake up. That's a great time to do it. Or at night before you go to bed, that's when I do it, just because I want to look at my whole day, reflect on everything that's happened, and realize, remind myself like, wow, I am so grateful. If you're getting started on the gratitude journey, turn on a little reminder on your phone and you can ping it any time of day, whatever you want, to just take a pause, close your eyes, breathe in, think about something that you're grateful for, and give thanks. And that's it. If you start doing this today, I promise you, by the end of the month, or give yourself a full month, it will be a habit. It'll be so much easier to keep this up, and give it a year, 2 years, 3 years. Watch how your life changes. And lastly, see a therapist. It's one thing to talk to your friends and family, which is super duper important, but it's also really helpful to have someone who is not related to you, who is not biased, who does not have any preconceived notion of you going into the relationship, who you can just vent to and who you can seek guidance from as well. Therapy is essential. Also, if you have any trauma or any situations, anything that's holding you back, any like mental blockages, anything that you're going through, and you want to get past that, therapy is essential. I promise you. I've been going to therapy on and off since I was, I think, 17 years old, and that's half my life. I'm 34 now. So I for sure can speak from experience, and I have a therapist now. I actually have two. I can speak from experience to tell you that if you want to be healthy mentally, physically, if you want to be successful, if you want to be able to realize your dreams, you're going to need an outlet, and you deserve an outlet even more importantly. Therapy can be very expensive, so make sure if you have health insurance to speak to your health insurance provider first and see what they have available. Like, will they cover your therapy? Is there whatever? Check with your health insurance first. Also, make sure you always do a consultation with the therapist before you sign on to have even your first full-length session, because again, they can be expensive. And having a consultation will help you see if this is the type of person you want to share your secrets and your stresses and all your drama with. And then another great way to save money with therapy is to do one of these online therapy programs like BetterHelp. There are a few out there, but BetterHelp is one. It's probably the most popular one. And see if you can sign up for that and find somebody good for you there. And the last thing I want to say about finding a therapist is that you might not find the right person the first try. You might have to speak to a few different therapists, have a few sessions with more than one therapist, but don't give up hope. Don't think that you're not going to find the right person for you, because if you keep looking, you definitely will. So don't get discouraged, and you definitely deserve this. You really, really do. I hope all of these tips were helpful for you. I promise you, these are the things that I live by. I'm speaking from firsthand experience. These 5 principles have changed my life, and they have given me the foundation, the strength, everything that I need to continue living my best life and being healthy physically and mentally also. You know, focusing just on physical health is not enough, and you deserve more than just that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what your principles of health are down below. I'd love to read them. And make sure you hit the like button for this video. Again, liking my videos is the best way to really support my channel, because YouTube takes that stuff seriously. They see all y'all liking this video and they're like, oh wow, ooh, this will be a good video for us to recommend to all these other people who haven't ever heard of Sweet Potato Soul and need to see her videos. So hit the like button and support me, and I support you. Thank you so much. Also, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. You can turn on notifications. That's really good too, so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I post a new one every week. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know when you start implementing these tips in the comment section. I will be reading your comments, so let me know. And hopefully we can all support each other in being healthier and happier as a whole wide holistic world. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.